Welcome everyone to Amazing Transformations. Hope you're all having an awesome day. I'm sorry, this is not Amazing Transformations.
I was really like,
I was like, wrong show. I was thinking about Friday when you came on. Check out, that's a good segue into that. This is Heart and Harmony, but please check out Lee's interview on Amazing Transformations. He shared a lot of
that's what you're saying. Yeah, Friday we did that. Yes. So
look, I swear I didn't plan that just to give your
no worries.
no plug, but it worked out, right? So, how are you? This is Lee Jane, and this is Veganology JJ. Obviously, as you can see our names.
Yeah, and looks like we got Carl in here so far. So hopefully a few more people.
Welcome.
So I'm doing well. How are things going with you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I've had a pretty productive day. I did a recorded interview on the Raw Life Health Show.
Oh yeah, you're saying that.
Paul Nissen, and he was really cool. It was the first time I ever spoke with him, and he's coming on next Monday with me on the Amazing Transformation, so it'll be fun. And then also, I think you'll like this one too on the next Monday after the next Monday. I guess that would be the 7th, I think it is. Angela Crawford, who is a like a psychologist, and she's written books, is going to come on. You might already know her.
Let me look. I know that name. So,
and yeah, she just did an interview with Boomer and Beyond Wellness, I think. So that's where you might know her.
that's probably where. Yeah, I would say Crawford.
We're so happy you're here, Carl. I think my lighting looks weird. I think it's actually the window behind me.
So Carl's Scotland, right?
I finally remembered.
Yeah, which is funny. Their main person that hops on is like the latest person. So, what's the weather like in Scotland, Carl? And we'll chat like that. So, who's that? Well, before we go talk about Angela Crawford, so that thing you did today, was that a live show you did?
No, it was recorded, so I'm not sure when it will air.
Okay, so it's not out yet. Okay, so it'll be posted on his YouTube channel. Is that it?
Yes, it'll be on his YouTube channel.
Okay, and when's that coming on his YouTube channel?
I'm not sure. He didn't actually give me a date, so he probably has to edit it. He said he'll share the link when it's ready. So I will post it on the the Facebook page and our Transformers group, and also I'll share it with you in case you want to share it too. And
what's that?
What's your day been like?
Yesterday's my work week. Pretty good. Went out. I should show you. I haven't posted the pictures of the dogs. I'll put that up on my screen. Went hiking. I always start out. I get the my clients' dogs at 5:30. We went to like Rosario Beach, here in Washington, and Deception Pass and stuff like that. Let me see if I bring some pictures. I got a really good picture of them today. See if I can pull that up. Well, let's keep on talking. So you had that live as far as that goes. So was that just basically about talking about your what was the discussion of that about?
So it's kind of like he does a channel. He does like reaction videos. He interviews like plant-based doctors, but he also interviews people who have changed their health on either raw, food. His focus is primarily on raw food, but he also interviews high raw vegans, different plant-based doctors, and basically I just talked about the things that I experienced when I went raw, and promoted the channel and the my show, and we talked about him coming on the show, and just kind of a discussion in general about how going vegan and whole food, plant-based and raw can improve your health.
Oh, cool.
So cool. Yeah, he does a lot of cool videos. I forget the last person he just interviewed, but I've seen so many, and he does like reaction videos too. And I think you would like his approach because he kind of reminds me of you in a sense that you don't go too extreme in either direction as far as when it comes to health or vegan or diet. He'll do reaction video and correct what the people are saying, or not necessarily correct it, but say that sometimes it's extreme and may not be exactly accurate. So,
Oh, yeah, yeah. So he watches other influencers.
oh, Carl's telling us
Yeah.
it was sunny today, yay! But last week it was super cold. We've not had much of a summer. You know, it seems like that places are either saying that or they're saying it's really hot. I've noticed people I've been talking to, like either it's really been a hot summer, but I really feel like this has been a cooler September, at least for me, than usual.
Yeah, well, it's went up and down here. So what's I don't know Scotland temperature. So what's cold for Scotland? What's warm for Scotland? That's the dogs I was with today in Scotland, and I know you'll probably have to do Celsius. So go ahead and tell us Celsius, and I'll Google what it is and Fahrenheit.
Good old
That's
Chat
where's that?
GPT, right?
What's that?
Chat GPT or Google can tell us what
Yeah, I
Celsius.
just Google it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's I always figure I was gonna be like because I watch so many videos like backpacking and stuff. They always talk about Celsius and stuff like that, and I I I would have assumed that Celsius would be like or Fahrenheit would be like oh just add on 30 or 50 or something like that. It's not that simple. Like you have to do this whole mathematical thing to figure it out.
I wish we were all uniform with stuff like that because I always get confused with kilograms. I think it
Yeah,
is.
well, that's just because we're just dumb in the States. Let's just be honest. Because everybody else does metric.
I
Everybody
know,
else is
right?
Celsius type thing. So did you ever see
Most
the
people drive on the other side of the road too.
yeah? Did you ever see man, what is the comic? He was on SNL. I'll have to put it up. He was a stand-up comedian, but he was on SNL like probably this a few months ago. But it was pretty funny. But he played like George Washington and stuff like that at Campfire. But the big joke is like, yeah, we'll start a country and we'll have like a ton, which is 2,000 pounds. Well, what's
Right,
1,000 pounds? We won't have a word for that. Like basically just making fun of, and instead of we'll have something that's
right.
feet, which is 12 inches, and then a yard. Like it's just yeah, it's pretty good, but basically just mocking everything, like kind of just all the stupid stuff we do in this country. So and then talking about football, even though the football thing I don't blame for us. So tiring day.
Oh, you
So
mentioned that earlier, didn't you too?
yeah, well, I mean, it's just I get up early type thing. Like I said, you can take a picture down. I was going to show the dog, so that was one of the first. I had to wait till I got light out type thing. So, well, did you see the video I put up talking today? Like the little video.
Yes, saying that we're gonna be on tonight.
Yeah, yeah, they're with me. That was at the first like little cranberry up there, and then that picture was up at Rosario Lake, because no, Rosario Beach. So as far as I'm so used to growing up landlocked, and then we hit Deception Pass. So, but yeah, I did that, and then we kind of we did a lot of hiking around, and then I went to my client's house to get up like at 9, so I actually went in the house, had to straighten up the kitchen, stuff like that, and then I listened to the Kathy Sherrill thing, but I was actually mowing the yard while I was listening to that. So, but yeah, just
When you said they sleep till 9 I think it was last week or the week before. I never sleep till 9, but this day I was really tired. I guess from like I stayed up later than normal or I couldn't sleep as well. So I finally went to sleep like in the morning a little bit. And all of a sudden I live near a church and they play the bells at 9, 3, and 6 every day. And all of a sudden I'm like in the middle of my sleep and I'm hearing church bells and I'm like all of a sudden like it just hit me everything at once like I have to be logged on at 9. Why are the church bells
oh
playing? All
wow,
this is I'm
oh
like
so
luckily I work from home. I had to get from the bed that's right there to here. So it's like I was only like
yay, yeah, that's yeah. I've luckily not had to see the past few days. I've been like I'll let myself sleep in, because honestly Friday that was just kind of weird doing that whole thing mentally took a lot out of me. But I've been sleeping in until like 3:55. But I still no matter what wake up right before meditation and everything.
I was so tired on Friday too because we both had long days. I know I got off work at like 5:45 and then jumped right on and you've been up early, but mine is at 6, Eastern, yours was at 3, but still I know you had to be tired because we were on there like how many hours? 3 hours your interview?
No, it was only an hour and a half, 2 hours.
No. Was it 2 hours? It was still very it felt like
It was
longer
right
than
under
normal.
2 hours as far as that goes. So
Oh, okay, because we started at 3. I mean, yeah, 3 your time,
yeah,
6 my time, but it was like
yeah.
8 o'clock, so it still felt late for me.
No, it still felt pretty late as far as that goes, and I didn't realize I didn't realize how much I had to say about like my past stuff. I hadn't gone through that stuff mentally before, so I really didn't get to the point. I should have just skipped my childhood and gone straight to the dial off stuff. But oh well.
Well, you can
As
come
far
on
as
again. We can do that.
yeah, well, I'm on there. Hopefully, people from my other stuff will figure out. So Carl, he's saying 17 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to Google that. So Fahrenheit, 62 degrees. Oh, so that is pretty cool.
62 degrees. Oh, so that's what 17 degrees Celsius. Oh, okay. That's what that is. Yeah, that is cold for me. Some people love it cold.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what that's like for Scotland as far as that goes. I mean, 62's kind of normal here. I mean, literally like Diana, I think she's in Phoenix, and they've been over 100 for like how many days? So 62 would be freezing as far as that goes. So, but yeah. So which just might, and you might not know this, Carl, is Scotland and Ireland, is the weather similar as far as that goes, or am I just lumping things together? So my client on Sunday, she's from, I work with her son, but she's from Ireland, so I chat about weather with her. So I'm just curious how much that overlaps. I mean, I know it's different countries and stuff. I also know like the UK is smaller type thing, like as far as, like for example, you're in Maryland, I'm in Washington, and then we got Florida. So there's just 3 different things. So I'm in Washington State. So I'm right below Canada, like right on. I can look at Vancouver if you know where that is. So I'm
wild. Like
it's so
Canada is near Washington State. That's pretty wild.
Well, not near. It's next to it. I mean, I've screwed up and hit the border before and had to say, "Hey, I'm not trying to go to Canada," and turn around and go back in just because I was chatting on the phone. Like,
oh, okay. So
yeah.
Isn't like there a place though? Like, isn't you can get to Canada and Buffalo, New York? Like to Niagara.
Yeah, well, I mean, Canada's all the way across the United States.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we're just south of Canada, so pretty much if you go north,
it stretched all the way to Washington.
Yeah, State. All the way from Maryland to, well, now I'm going to sound stupid. I'm sure it's. Now you're making me.
I'm going to admit I'm not great with geology. I'm okay with psychology, which I was about to say by mistake. A lot of rain, and he said it's pretty similar to Ireland.
You know about Washington? Washington, believe it or not, does not get the rain that people think it does. There's a joke in Seattle that if you see someone with an umbrella, you see a tourist. We get it kind of damp as far as that goes.
He's Pacific time. Yep.
Yeah, I'm Pacific time. Yes.
I'm on the East Coast over here. We're like in opposite ends of the world, but love technology because we can be on the screen at the same time.
All right. So let's see if I can do this real quick. Facebook group. All right. Google Maps. So yes, Washington or Canada is all top of us.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, this sounds silly. Is Canada bigger than the United States?
Looks like it.
Yeah, I guess I've never realized that before. So maybe Apple or someone will hop on. So yeah.
I didn't realize that. Like you just taught me something. I don't know why. I just thought Canada stopped like somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah. No, I always do it all the way across because like, yeah, I mean, because when from New York, you can go up. Like I was chatting with Chef Dell, and he's in Ohio. I was talking about going up to Toronto, and there's 2 people from Toronto. So, but yeah, but I'm literally like right up in that corner of Washington there. Actually, like,
can you share with me right Scotland too?
Oh, sure.
We'll just rename this to like geography lesson on Harmony.
Scotland.
I've only been to Ireland and England before.
Yeah, see, I looked at the Scotland map a lot, or the UK, so Ireland and Scotland, but I'm really bad about understanding how far away that is. compared to as
Well,
far as that goes. So
where is England? I flew like within an hour or so from England to
yeah,
Ireland, so it must
England's
not
right
be.
over. Is Liverpool technically England? Yeah. This. Oh, I'm dumb. This is England here. When I was at the Parliament of Religions, one of the things that I got, uh, let me get back to there, irritated with is one of the Sikhs, as far as I was talking to, she's a younger girl, and I was talking, she's like, oh, I'm from Birmingham, UK. And I was like, at first I was like, I think I've heard Birmingham. And she's like, well, no, you're probably thinking of uh Birmingham, like was it United States as far as that. I'm like, I'm not that much of a redneck. Like I know the UK as far as that goes. Which and the reason I knew it's because I watched a lot of UK talk shows and comedians, and they're always talking about Birmingham. So I hear a lot about actually as far as like comedy and stuff. Like I like a lot of like UK shows, so Wales and stuff. So
When I was little, I used to watch Benny Hill. Do you remember
well,
him?
yeah, but is Benny Hill? I thought he was. Is Benny Hill England?
I don't know. I thought he was from somewhere like that. I might be wrong. I
Benny
told you I'm
Hill.
not good with geography. I don't know where he was
Oh,
from.
you could be right.
I thought he was from England or something, but I'm not
Well, yeah,
positive.
he is United Kingdom. I think I'm getting Benny Hill and Red Skeleton confused.
Oh yeah, Benny Hill was like the comedian guy who would make him move real fast on the screen. I
Yeah,
remember
and they'd
well.
have that music and stuff. So when you
Yeah.
said that, I was thinking the music. I was like, oh, that does reminds me of the UK. But I always had Benny Hill, and I guess just the name. But I think I was getting. I kind of went Benny Hill, Dick Van Dyke, Red Skeleton
All that.
together. Like, I mean, I know who they are differently. So,
Oh,
but
he's
Carl's saying
US.
he's US. Benny Hill is.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought he was from the United Kingdom.
Well,
He said we share a lot of traditions. I think it was people in London.
well,
Yeah.
no, I think he was saying Ireland and Scotland. So Benny Hill, place of birth is United Kingdom, Southampton, United Kingdom. So he is UK. Now, was he more famous in the UK than the United States? That's the other
Probably.
question.
Or maybe he was more famous in the US. That's why we all
Well,
remember.
and also let me see. It says birthplace. A lot of times people are born, but then they move when they're like 5 years old. So
Oh,
birthplace.
he said he corrected it. He said no, that he's UK.
Oh, okay.
You're right. You and Google. Hi, menu. Hi. You saying hello?
Okay, that's why I thought Ireland and Scotland was similar, but I gotta say, I just didn't want to make sure it was my American brain as far as that goes. Does Ireland have snakes? I know Scotland doesn't.
Snakes?
Yeah, Scotland's known for not having snakes.
Oh wow.
Honestly, let's not go too deep into that because I'm actually kind of basing it off Simpsons TV show that as far as that goes. So
I was
because
like, what?
but I think I think I'm gonna Google it before I sound like a complete idiot. I think there's a I don't want to say YSL or whatever. There's some saint that they said get rid of all the snakes from Scotland, which I don't believe that aspect. But I think there's. I'm going to Google that. That could just be a stupid, myth type thing.
I remember being in a pub in Ireland when I was like 19, and I thought it was so cool. I kept making the guy repeat the word aluminum because he was saying aluminium. And I just, for some reason, I've always remembered that. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I just really enjoyed the pronunciation of words. I'm like,
Mhm.
I should, aluminium, he would say. And I was like, I love that accent. Can I transition and pick up
That.
a new accent? I was almost speaking that way when I left there. Because if you're around someone long enough, like if I sit with you long enough, I probably speak like you.
Well, which would be just weird because my voice is because I'm about to say that's a problem with how I talk because I kind of picked up stuff from Kentucky, Indiana, Chicago, and Washington because you pick up in certain words like like y'all is from when I was in Kentucky. I never really said that in Indiana as far as that goes, but there's
I'll
definitely.
come back now, you hear?
So yeah, it was St. Patrick. So, but is that true that there's no snakes there? Because I just Googled and they said they do have like garter snakes and stuff like that. So are they just like a real rare thing there, or?
There's not a lot of snakes where I am in Maryland, but there are snakes in in the whole country. But
Yeah,
there's
but
places where they're not.
Scotland's supposed to be known for not having. I mean, we're
Not
talking
at
about a
all.
whole country.
Guess what the national animal of Scotland is?
Okay, I won't Google it. I don't know.
Mice? Because there's no snakes. Wait a minute, don't snakes eat mice? I was just thinking.
They do. I'm trying to think what
Scotland.
animals even known for. I can't even think what animals are in England and stuff. I mean, I know they have like
A
they don't
lamb, a sheep.
Is it a wild animal or is it a farm animal?
Snakes are rare.
Okay, so it's the thing they're rare, and that's for
I'm
the
going
whole.
with the sheep. What are you going with? Let's go.
Well, Carl, is it a farm animal or a wild animal?
He's never seen a snake before.
Ah, go to Kentucky, you get the copperheads, rattlers. I've seen them all, type thing. I grew up. There's not a lot of snakes. We have garden snakes in Washington, but there's not a lot out here either, to be honest.
Carrie is lurking. Welcome, Carrie. We're just
Carrie.
snakes, sort of. Carrie, thank you for coming.
Not the haggis.
You'll never guess. So I guess sheep was wrong.
I want to say groundhog, and I don't even know if you have groundhogs, but for some reason that's the only animal that's coming.
That was a good movie, though, Groundhog Day.
Well, yeah, and I think I just saw that, not the movie, but talked about it. I think that's why it's in my mind. I literally can't think of anything in Scotland besides sheep and goats. As far as
I can't wait to know. Like everyone is gonna wait. We should.
Well, you're gonna either tell us, Carl, or I'm gonna Google it because I can't think of any other animal.
Here comes now. Lee is threatening to Google.
Yeah, well, not threatening, but I was like, I'm not gonna be able to guess.
I'm just playing. All right.
I didn't have any like
I'm gonna go down the list. But he says we'll never guess, so it must be something uncommon that we would think of for Scotland.
Well,
An eagle?
I just straight up can't think.
No way.
Is it real? I mean, obviously there's no such thing as unicorns, but is that actually like
There's no such thing as unicorns.
But
if
is that
have
actually
1 ear of corn, you have a unicorn.
That's yeah.
They're a buccaneer. I'm just kidding. Okay.
So Scotland, or even UK, well, I don't know everything in general. Do they have any what's the word I'm looking for? Dangerous animals, which I hate to call any animal dangerous, but like, we have like cougars, bears, alligators in Florida. Like, does Scotland have anything like that would be like
unicorn.
Bears? I guess that's the question. I mean, I could Google it, but it's more fun to have a chat type thing.
Try to Google that for us.
Okay, I'll Google it for you.
Am
I Googling the animal?
An animal called a unicorn that we don't know.
Oh.
Who knows? Let's try it.
Well, once you Google
is this some kind of joke that they play on people?
No, it is. Because as soon as I put Scotland animal, it came up unicorn.
No way. How did I make it to 40, like almost 48 and never hear anything like this before? I need to really study.
The unicorn is Scotland's national animal and it has been for over 600 years. The unicorn has been featured in many cultures, including ancient, Babylon.
Why am I not seeing that? Oh, you have to share. I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just, yeah. I was just reading it to you. Here, I'll share.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Scotland animal unicorn. Share.
He doesn't have any wolves or any bears. I'm going to Scotland. See y'all.
Yeah, I think I kind of read everything as far as that goes.
Yeah, I just wanted.
I love bears.
I wanted to show the audience that it's true.
Yeah. Well, I believe him as far as that. Well, it's over 600 years. I'm sure 600 years ago, heck, it could have been 600 years ago. I don't know that much. I guess it could have been a dragon too. When did they stop believing in dragons? Not Scotland. I just mean in general. When did we all?
Don't go.
Yeah, mythical.
Like, I'm just kidding. Get it?
No bears, no wolves. Yeah, no predators was the word I was looking for.
As soon as I took myself off mute, let me close
so interesting to live somewhere with nothing like that. So, does Scotland get snow?
I thought I turned that down. That's what I got up for. Don't worry, JJ. We're not hiding the unicorns. I knew it, Carl. I want one, and you were hiding them. I gotta tell my friend that she is really into unicorns, and I mean, she may even move to Scotland. She may know it though because of that. Thanks for
Oh,
raising these questions.
before you send your friend over there, let's real quick. It's from years as mythical. Don't make her go over there thinking she's got to find a unicorn. She's got to be solely extremely
I
disappointed.
enjoy the
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah. Like, okay, just no. Okay. I mean, I literally don't know because, like, where I'm in Washington State, but Washington State's actually weird. Not weird, but we actually have different. Like, if you go over the National Rainforest, which I hope to go, actually, I'll probably spend Halloween over there. It's a lot of rain. Seattle, we get a lot of drizzle. I'm about an hour north of Seattle. We don't get hard rain. But you can go over if you go east far enough, you're like in prairie type thing. Like we have different, depending on what section of Washington, like Indiana, it's pretty much kind of similar weather. It's just if you go south, it's not extreme. So I wasn't sure. So does all of Scotland snow, or do you have to be higher up? And do you get like where I live at, we'll get snow, which I'm not being sarcastic, but it's like you get a snow for a few days and then it washes away. Compared to the Chicago, you get snow and you ain't going nowhere. Like, I mean, as far as I grew up like, we'd have to go to school in a tractor. Like there's snow and then there's
Well, we get
like
2 inches of snow and the stores are empty and like the roads are trying to put the salt trucks out. Like we're not as prepared, like you said. Like I'm sure you would laugh at some of the stuff that
Well, no, that's probably how it is here. Like when we do get like 2 inches of snow, everything closes down because they don't have snow plows or
right
because they're not used to it. And it's not worth having that much money to snow plow. Where I grew up in Indiana, like you're just expecting like 3 months of just, as far I have a few friends, like their stories are how their moms had to ride snowmobiles to the hospital to give birth because you couldn't make it.
Did you ever have snow days like where they let you off? Like,
oh, hell yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Snow days was we were speaking of Simpsons. I mean, we'd wake up and you listen to that radio and you're praying for that.
I know.
County closed. Hell yeah, snow day.
You like stay up really late thinking that you're going to be off school and then it doesn't really snow. And
or you didn't want to do that test the next day.
Was our weatherman. I'm like, no.
The shittiest thing. Sometimes they would be, oh, not a snow day. If you make it to school, go ahead and make it. I live out in the damn country, but freaking you would have. The parents were like, well, we can just take them to the tractor, which was crappy. There would be people in town. So my parents, even though they were farther out, I'd have to go to school and other people wouldn't go to school. Usually they didn't do that. But there's a few times like, hey, if you think you can make it into school,
right.
As far as that. And but
we had that like sometimes an old job, like one of my first jobs. And when we showed up there, we would get these little certificates. I had it like for a while on my wall. It said, or on my desk, Severe Weather Survivor Award or something like that. And it was like probably 3 inches of snow, like severe. I don't know.
Yeah, see, they don't get it now. That was when I was a kid. It's not, I mean, global warming, jacking everything up, it's not nearly as bad. So, but when I grew up, they would actually have already days planned in because they always knew there's going to be an extra. And for some reason, we didn't get enough snow days. We'd be out of school a week extra, but they usually plan in, I'm going to say like a week and a half for the snow days. Like they would make school longer because legally you had to go to school so many days. So it was just assumed that there would probably be a week and a half. There was one time we had an ice storm. And I think, man, everything was closed for like a good, I don't know, as a kid. So I might be exaggerating, at least a week or two. Like all the cousins came to our house. We had to turn generators. Like no one had electricity. Like it was like all the grass blades and stuff. So
nothing like what these kids that had to go through though with the like the pandemic.
No, the pandemic. Well, that's a whole different,
wasn't it?
Different world together. Like,
weather is just dismal all around the cold and deep winter. Okay. Well, have you ever been outside of Scotland, Carl, or to the U.S. or anything yet? I always wonder that, and I would have never gotten to go to Ireland, but I've never ever been out of the country since then. I was just very lucky that some girls that like lived here when I moved here in Ocean City, where I am now, from where I went to school. We met them here for the summer, and they were kind enough to like invite us to stay at their house, like kind of for a week and get to know like Ireland. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And my great grandmother like helped me out and gave me some money to fly there and stuff. So it was
nice. Yeah, see, Canada is the only place I've been outside. I really want to travel outside the country. I mean, honestly, that's why like once Mookie passes away, which as far as I'm concerned, he never will, but let's be reality, is I probably won't get another animal because I want to really travel. And like right now, I wouldn't go longer than maybe 2 weeks max away from Mookie. I'd hate to do that.
I was like so paranoid. I'm like that too. We haven't really traveled except for we went away for like Thursday, I think, to a Monday one time. But like now that we have pets, it's so true. You almost feel like you said, like you have kids, like you don't want to leave them, especially like
Oh, yeah.
we were so little. I felt like when we went home for like the holiday, I was so paranoid. I was halfway up the street and I turned around because I was like, did I leave enough food out? And like I was like a worried parent, and Dawn's like just rolling her eyes at me.
Yeah, well, see, my friends will pop in, but Mookie's just so like he's attached to me, but anti. Even when I was between Lexington and home, when I was moving back, I'd go stay in Lexington for a few weeks before I get my apartment up. And even Mookie at my parents, like the other at that time, I had 3 cats. The 2 older ones passed away since. The other 2 got really connected. Like they're very social, but Mookie would never
Mm-hmm.
like connect. So, and he would just basically hide the whole time. So that makes me feel, and he doesn't eat nearly as much when I'm gone and stuff like that. So it's just like
Yeah.
too much stress as far as that goes. So that's why, like in a year or so, when I want to really live on the road out of a camper, I need to get him prepared to live a different style as far as that goes. But
And it's hard because, both dogs and cats are like that. But I feel like, at least from what I've heard from people, cats are very like that stresses them when they move, like they have to really get used to a new.
move around and stuff. And see, and I feel like if I had a dog, I would feel less guilty, even though the dog would miss me. But they're more like cats
Yeah,
are so
I know what
connected
you mean.
just to they like to pick 1 or 2 people. And that's
Mhm.
it, and like that. Where dogs are kind of like if you give them enough treats and stuff, they'll still miss you and stress them out, but they'll warm up to other people much quicker type thing.
Well,
Like
yes,
they're
thank
they're
you.
more adaptable in general. I mean, it's just like people. Everyone's different. Like there's
And
some.
there's probably like different, like you said, like levels of that. But I agree. Like one
Oh,
of
with
my cats she's very independent. Like she will come really pay attention to me a lot when she wants to be pet sometimes. But like for the most part, she stays to herself. But Neo is very like, he's very I don't know what the word is. Like he's very attached. Like he's very like human centric. Like he wants to either be laying behind me or he'll be in Dawn's, room or her office. Like he doesn't like really hang out by himself a lot. He likes to be around us. And I don't know if maybe he was brought to us like when he was real, real little. Maybe she survived a bit on her own before we
that.
rescued her.
That one's just, I think, just like people.
Personality.
I mean, you can have 2 kids in the same family, and one
Yeah.
kid's totally introvert, and the other kid's like the star, the football player, and the other person's really, as far as that, like Mookie is very human focused, but it's just me as far as that goes.
Mhm.
Where the other 2 cats are very human focused, and it did take them a while to warm up, but after 4 or 5 days, they warm up. Because typically, my dad has a very hey Philip, what's going on? Has a very
Hey,
he's
Phil.
very good with animals. So usually my cats would be attached to him and vice versa. So I think it's our personality. But even Mookie would not come out of my room for him as far as that goes. Like Mookie's very like everyone else can pretty much burn as far as that. Like my buddy Jackson, because if I leave, like when I'm up to Chicago, he's like, "Hey, your cat actually came out and let me pet him for once." So my mom's like, your cat let me pet him, then bit me as far as that goes. So, but he's also very like, I think she tried to go in my room and go through crap and stuff, and he did not like, he's very like, we're part of the pack. Like me and Mookie are like, he's like, as far as that goes. Uh, which interesting enough, Bryson, who I take care of, I've had him for like 5 years. We'd always come to my house. The 20-year-old with low and autism, which isn't an animal thing person. Mookie ended up getting used to him, but I just think because he came to my house every day, as far as
Mhm.
that. It's just funny. Like the one person that could care less about Mookie is the one person like Mookie was cool with. And he's very loud and everything like that. But I think it's just the constant. Because when Mookie moved in with me in Lexington, I really don't have people in my house. So I think he went from being around a lot of people at that and grew attached as far as that goes. So
Yeah.
so now Philip's not Indy, is he? Am I getting Philip right?
I think Indiana. I think
Okay,
so.
yeah, Philip, yeah, Philip, yeah. Okay, because Philip has glasses because I have him on
We're
Facebook.
talking about visiting Chef Del, and I think that's when.
Okay, yeah, that is Philip. Okay, yeah, he's on his YouTube thing. See, I see Philip on Facebook, so I'm used to seeing his Facebook picture type thing. So that's why I was like, I
Mhm.
recognize the name. I'm very visual as far as that goes. So yeah, how's it going, Philip? So Indiana. So you're same time as that. Well, so actually, yeah. So you'd be a good person. My mom was saying it was pretty hot there. I mean, she's a half hour north of you, right up 24 there. But what's the weather like in Indy?
Isn't there two different time zones? Did I ask you this before? Or
Yeah, I mean, literally, like my hometown is literally is on the line. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, you have to. I mean, I can drive from my house. I can drive from my house on country and go to the store 3 miles in, and I've changed time zones. Like I said, I used to in high school get off at 3 o'clock, drive to work at Pizza Hut at 3 o'clock because
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I
that,
remember
and then
them working in call
it's
centers.
great because you do that, but then I'd leave at like at 8 o'clock, but be home at you know 8:30 their time, 9:30 my time. So yeah, so like anytime I go home, I have to remember to not let your phone automatically do time zones because it'll just be
It'll be
going all
all
over
this
the
stuff.
place. So,
That's
but yeah,
really
but yeah, I grew up literally on the line. So, but
cool. You got
yeah,
a hot one there. It's not
yeah,
that
okay, that's what I heard. It's been pretty warm, so 91 degrees. So yeah.
you're
So
hotter than it is here in Maryland. It's cold kind of here, but it's kind of like been dreary all day. I walked to get my coffee earlier and I thought it was going to rain. It started to drizzle and then it stopped. But yeah, it was an interesting walk back from my coffee today. I was telling Dawn, I'll tell you about that in a little bit.
do you ever make coffee at home, or do you always go to Starbucks?
I always used to make coffee at home, and then I've just like lately when I've like want a cold brew, I like to take a walk on my. Usually it's when I'm off work on Monday, so I'll just like walk to Starbucks and have them swipe in my rewards and get a cold brew coffee. That's helping me get exercise. I got an elliptical, right? But now
Oh,
the problem is I don't know how like I have a problem putting it together. I pulled everything out of the box and it's just so confusing looking. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow when I'm off. And then now all days went by and I didn't do it. I'm like, I'm gonna put this thing together and work out. But I was telling Marakita this earlier. I was
oh, here,
walking.
real quick, I want to say hi to Sarah that popped on.
Oh,
Okay.
hey.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that. Oh, it's on the paired channel. Hi,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Facebook. So you must be one of my, are you live on Facebook or I'm the only one live on Facebook?
You're the only one live, so she must
Oh,
be from
cool.
your
So
Facebook.
this is her first time. So yeah. Okay. Real quick. So Sarah, while we're chatting, tell us where you're from and what the weather's like. So, and is your last name Sarah? And what's the NA? Just, yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, is that your first name and Sarah the last name? Yeah, just give us all the info. So, yeah,
Tell us who you
so,
are.
yeah. So what were you saying?
Lee,
So
Lee wants to know everybody's. Do I recommend a rebound? I've heard lots of good things about a rebounder, like that it's good for moving lymphatic system fluid.
yeah,
But there are some
that's
people who don't recommend it, I guess. But I think it's pretty good thing. Like the healthiest vegan raw vegan diet says that climbing is a good that page likes he likes the climbing machines, but I've just always liked the elliptical. But I never did a rebounder. Is that like a trampoline?
yeah. So, anyways, so my rebounder, as I was about to say, I don't have the rebounder, mini trampoline. Yeah, I highly recommend. I need to get mine out. Half of my redoing my house is I want to set the rebounder. The nice thing about a rebounder, you can get a lot cheaper than an elliptical and a treadmill, and it takes up less room as far as that goes. So if you can get an actual rebounder, that's the way to go as far as my understanding. So on Kathy's Hester, like their movement group, a lot of people in there because it's really good for balance, any of those,
It's for
because it
your
makes
knees, right? Too.
well, like I say it's really good on your knees, your ankles, and joints and stuff. But it's also good because I want to get mine set up. So even if I'm not bouncing on it, that I'm standing on it while I'm working on the computer, watching TV. Because even standing on it is good too. Because you get older, you lose your balance and stuff. So that's a good way for hiking and stuff like that. So I don't know if
I'm
it's any
not
better
gonna
than the
go through the
elliptical.
roof, am I?
No, they're mini. They're mini. Like yeah, it's not anything
Wow,
close.
there goes
Yeah,
JJ flying across the roof.
yeah. So But everything, yeah, and it's really good, yeah, to flush you out, clean and it kicks your butt. Like 5 minutes on a mini trampoline or rebounder. Rebounder is the brand name, and it's a high end. It's kind of like Kleenex, and then mini trampoline. Like
What
people
are
say,
we
rebound for
talking? Like,
everything.
do they have like? Is it just a
Yeah,
small little circle like a trampoline, and
that's what
and a
yeah,
thing?
you can get, yeah, that's all in the same category. So yeah, I don't have an actual rebounder, Carl. I have a Amazon uh mini trampoline, basically the best as far as that. An actual rebounder, I think if you get lucky, you can get them around 300 and something, but the nicer ones get up to like 500, 800 because they're made with the really nice cords, like the last forever type thing as far as that
Mhm.
goes. But and I think there is a big difference. I got a cheap one from Amazon a while ago, and it kind of busted on me. I got this one I haven't used a lot, a bit higher end, but not break the bank higher end type thing. And you can get them, and it is nice to have those things, especially if you're new at it or if you're older and stuff. Boomer and Beyond, I think would talk about that. Who
Mhm.
was it? Was it Boomer and Beyond? It was someone that's talking about movements, but yeah, but the rebounders are really expensive. So, but I would, yeah, I would recommend their mini trampoline for a lot of people just because you can still get a decent price one. And especially if you're like, well, there's a few things. Elliptical might work too, but size wise, nice thing about a rebounder too is the first time I got it when I was trying to get in better shape was in Lexington. It was because I lived on the second floor, and a rebounder, unlike a treadmill, isn't going to make you don't have to worry about the people below you making
Mhm.
if you're running like a rebounder, because it's easier on your ankles, but you also don't have to worry about. Yeah, that's exactly what I did, Carl. I might get a cheaper one off of Amazon. Yeah, I think that's a good way to go. Like you can always review them, get a decent one, and then if you get really into it, it might be worth the investment for a rebounder type thing. As far as that goes. But yeah. I also think I did for a while have it set up that I could walk, so just standing on the rebounder. You know how people like will walk and do the treadmill and stuff like that. I was setting the rebounder up like that, and it's kind of fun to balance up and down. The only problem with the rebounder is Mookie likes to try to sharpen his claws on it and ruin it, type thing. Oh, cool. Yeah, you're bringing some up. Yeah, and if you want, I'll bring up the one I got from Amazon a while ago. So Sarah, if you're still there, yeah, and I apologize if
See
that's not your
these?
first. What's that?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it. You can make it bigger if you want to take us off. We can see it. I can see it, but it's small.
Let's see if we can find a cheaper one. There's one for whenever I see Temu, I don't know.
You
Is
don't
that
want
a
to
good
go real. You don't want to go real cheap. I would research it as far as
look at
that
that
goes.
one?
From my understanding, because if you go real cheap, they're not strong and they can hurt your ankle and stuff. So you definitely want to find a happy medium as far as that. I would definitely, research it. And then I don't know, Scott. This might sound stupid. Does Scotland have Amazon and you have like Amazon Prime days and stuff like that? So, but you don't. I don't feel like you have to get a rebounder. I mean, rebounder is definitely the best. The rebounder basically, JJ, is the Vitamix of trampolines. That's what a rebounder is. So, but then you can get like, if we're talking about blenders, you got the Vitamix, but you can get like a Ninja.
Got it. Or Nama juicer or something. That's like the
Yeah,
most
yeah.
expensive.
I don't know that juicer, but yeah, which are still pretty good for the price. I mean, Vitamix, you're jumping up to $500, where Ninja, you're getting like, you can get pretty decent for like 100, 150.
I feel like what I'm looking at is not sharing properly. Let me do it again here. Amazon. No, let's do entire screen. Let's try that.
Okay, Carl. Yeah. Well, I knew Amazon's everywhere, but I just didn't know how, because I know like Netflix is different places, what you can get and stuff like that. And I do hear on Kathy's group a lot. They'll talk about like, oh, this isn't available in Canada. I hear a lot like certain things.
Can you see the $38 one I just pulled up? Or no?
Yeah, I can see it.
I don't
But
think
see,
it's sharing. Okay, but that might
yeah,
be.
no, it's there. You're good. But I would do
Ever look
research.
something up and think it's the actual thing, and it's like the bar that goes across the top for it or something? You think you get a great
No,
deal?
you can get them for 38, but once you get down to that price range, like I'm not expert on it. A lot of times they're not as strong, and that's where you can start having like you can twist your ankle and stuff on it. Because the big thing is the tension. on it type thing. So if you go real cheap, like they're made for little kid cheap, that,
Mm.
you know, as far as that, you do want to, and we're talking about metal springs, rubber bands, and things like that. So,
Mhm.
but I mean,
To
that's the
make
thing.
sure
A
it's
mini
safe.
trampoline can go anywhere from $40 to $1,000 type thing. But I would say for starting out, you can probably find something. If I would research on it and, you know, hop on YouTube, but you could probably find something I would say around the $150. That's probably safe enough to get you started. But yeah.
Ninja bouncer, I love it.
Yeah.
Remind me too.
If Ninja
You
made a bouncer, I'm a big fan of Ninja products. Like I just got their I've always had their like blenders and stuff. So I just got their I gave my friend the mini Ninja stuff I had, and I got finally a food processor blender mini thing combined to take up less space in my air fryer slash little mini oven is the Ninja XL, which I'm pretty
Oh,
happy with.
cool.
You know how they're talking about the Breville on
Mhm.
Kathy today. The Ninja XLs kind of competes with that. Once again, the Breville is still better than that, but the Ninja XL I found for like about $250 cheaper. So we're talking about $250. It does it. You get what you pay for, which is pretty good. Like I feel like Ninja, what you pay for is always above and beyond. But it's kind of like to me, like Ninja products are like I don't know cars very well anymore, but let's say a Camaro, and
Mhm.
then the Breville is like the BMW. I mean, you're still pretty good, like a brand new
Yeah,
Camaro,
yeah.
but then like that. Same thing with like Ninja Blender, then Vitamix. Like Ninja blenders are still pretty darn good, but the Vitamix
Mhm.
is like Mercedes, BM is like luxury type. Like you'll never, especially like if you get a Vitamix, you're never buying another. You don't have to buy another one again, type thing. So,
Mhm.
but my Ninja, my parents got me one a long time ago, a mini one, and it died on me. But man, it took like 4 years, and I used it every day, and I used the hell out of it. Like I can't complain a bit about how far it went. Like I put it through the process type things. So
Mhm. Have you ever tried the small travel ninja blenders?
I'm not sure if are you talking about the ones that kind of plug into like the made it, are you talking about travel like plug into the like car outlet and stuff like that, or like have the USB cord as far as that?
They
No,
got
I
these
haven't.
blenders that just like work. I forget what they do now, but like I've seen one. I don't know how well they work, but can't you just put stuff in and it's like battery operated or something?
Well, that's what I'm asking about as far as that goes. Like I didn't know Ninja themselves had one, but I haven't looked up on one. But I know you're talking about because I have looked at those little travel blenders, the ones that because I go camping a lot and stuff like that, and wondered about it. So, like that. Now I have the personal blender, but the travel one, no, I haven't. I looked at them. The thing is, the nice thing about like Vitamixes, and it depends what you're blending with. It actually, do you know what I actually bought for? I thought first of all, Carl, are you talking about traveling, use it in your car, or traveling like in hotel rooms? Because if you're gonna go hotel rooms, hang on, I'll be right back.
And Lee goes to get the. I guess he's getting a travel blender to travel over here with it. Yeah, that's so. I think I know like the little ones that you can just throw stuff in. I thought that was cool. Like I would probably use it at home, so I didn't have to set up an actual blender.
This is
So I
what
only
I
need
like
like a
the
little bit
idea of
at a time.
travel is. It's not a blender, but this is a nut milk thing.
Oh,
This is one Kathy always talks. Actually, when Kathy and Cheryl go, but it's made to make almond, but it's also a blender smoothie maker, and it's pretty powerful. So I kind of bought this for that intention. As far as that, you got the Mia milk. It makes pretty good soy milk and stuff like that. But I would, yeah, if you're going to hotel room, Carl, I would check out the Art A-R Archimere. Here, let's just look it up. As far as that, which is cool. You can do soups in, and actually, Carl, do you know Kathy Hester? Are you familiar with her?
it was an awesome live they did earlier. I really enjoyed that. I love they're so vulnerable and share their life with us.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a here. Let me get my Amazon up here because Carl, you sound like me, you and me. Because I actually kind of bought this to so when I go back home to Indiana and stuff, they don't really got a decent blender and stuff. So and it makes really good soy milk too. And why I like you don't have to soak it. Like you can put the soy in. You can do almond milk, all types of stuff. Like Kathy and Cheryl, they make hot soups in it, all types of stuff. And then they got the Mia milk. let me see. And this is only like
How do you make almond milk in it? You just put like
yeah.
water and almonds.
Oh yeah. Just water and almonds, yeah. As far as nut milker. Make sure it's the same one I got.
Carl, do you make almond milk? I know you're mostly raw.
He said I do, yeah. I do soy milk with mine, but that's the thing. You can have heated stuff, non-heated stuff has different things like that.
That's pretty cool. Are you pulling it up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You should be able to see it now. If I got that. So right now it's like $69, but you can sometimes get it. Yep. You can sometimes get it for like $57. But there's basically most of your nut milkers and stuff will do a lot of that stuff. But Kathy tests all of them out. And this is her favorite small one, travel one. And then the Mia MIO milk, which is the bigger one, is like her favorite, but it's not as travel as far as that goes. Because I actually want to see if I have a little power bank when I go camping. And I'm curious if that will work that way. So, but that would be, I think travel wise, that's probably the most powerful because those little blenders you're talking about, from what I've seen, they're good for like,
yeah, they wouldn't be able to do almond milk.
like fresh fruit and stuff like that. But if you're going to put like frozen fruit or anything that needs some power and stuff, it's not going to do it for you. So,
this that one brand always is messaging me, but I never got one. But it's Almond Cow. It had like I think it's a more expensive one, but it's just almond milk maker.
Yeah. Well, Almond Cow, Meal Milk, they all kind of compare as far as that. Like Kathy did like tons of them as far as that goes.
I'll
A lot
have
of
to check
people,
those out.
a lot of people like Almond Cow, but the Almond Cow I think does not have the heat option as far as that goes. Like it's only cold. So for example, if you wanted to do soy milk, you either have to remember to soak your soybeans the day before. But with this, because it has the heating, you can do it that you don't have to soak it. It's kind of like an Instant Pot, and it will heat those up as far as that. Now, if you're gonna make almond milk, they don't heat it. You just put on the almond milk or whatever that. So that's the thing with. I'm not sure. I feel like the Almond Cow and some of those are like they're just as expensive as that Mia one, and they don't do as nearly as many type things. So the thing is, if you're going to pay that much, so because that's the thing, like Kathy will actually make like soups in it, lattes, like hot stuff, and then you can have the cold option, like all that type thing. So yeah, I really like it. The only thing I don't like about it only makes like 20 ounces at a time, but for travel it's really good type thing. As far as that, like if you're at home, if you want to talk about milks, like I would probably get the bigger Mia milk because I like doing the almond milk or soy milk to make my own yogurt in my Instant Pot. And that's kind of a pain to have to do like 2 or 3 like that.
Yeah, so. Keep doing it.
But,
that's a good point.
But I'm impressed with it. And if you look, usually you can get it for like between $50 and $60 here, at least in the States. I don't know how prices change. Like I know certain products are more expensive than other products. Yeah, frozen. Actually, if you all know Apple has this exact one, and I asked Apple to test out the smoothie thing, and Apple tested it out doing the frozen fruits like that. So that's why I plan next time I go home to the family, I'm gonna put that in my bag, my suitcase, that way, so I can still eat a little bit healthier and stuff like that, and do things with it. So, but yeah, because those little travel blenders, they didn't look that strong enough to me, as far as. Granted, I haven't looked lately because they're always advancing things. So
that's true. And there's probably levels of those too.
MQ's here. How's it going?
MQ's in the house. Oh, yeah, I forgot if anyone wanted to pop on. I forgot to share the link earlier.
Yeah,
Sorry about
have Carl on sometime. See if he.
Oh, he'll come on. We'll see.
Well, if he doesn't want to today, maybe next week I'll hop on. So I know it's like sometimes you're tired.
I know he's doing dishes today, but we'll see.
Yeah. You don't worry about replying to us, Carl. If you're doing dishes, we're not going to get offended. Just hop on whenever. We're just thrilled to have you here.
Can't post messages to some channels. Learn more, it says. So maybe I have to post it on YouTube. Maybe it won't. Oh, I see. Probably like all of your channels. It might not post the link.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's saying. I don't know what it means, but it's just it might be some kind of copyright thing. Who knows? Or not copyright, but like maybe it was saying that it can't post the link to Instagram. I don't know. It's weird. It didn't say. It just said.
The Instagram's being weird again today, but I don't have anyone on Instagram, but I still post it just for the heck of it. So I'm also on Twitch, which I don't do anything on Twitch, but it's so easy to hook up. I'm like, I might as well go live on Twitch. Who knows? Maybe someday. So I'm really wanting. I gotta hit 1,000 on TikTok before I can go live there, because TikTok. I really feel like TikTok's the other spot I kind of want to start going live on.
Yeah, that's you probably will get a lot of views. I know when I've gone live on TikTok, it does really well.
I can't figure out how to really get into Instagram. I mess around with, but I guess I need to follow more people. I'm having trouble building up. Like Facebook has been like the easiest one.
That's the link to log in if anyone wants to. I think we'll go till probably about okay till 5:30 maybe.
Yeah, I'm good. So that Sarah person, she's saying hi to me on Facebook right now.
Oh, cool. I thought we would be able to see them all, but I guess not. Maybe you can see yours and I can see these. But when Sarah posted, she said it's.
Oh no, she's posting through my personal Facebook page.
Oh, I got you. Okay, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
going to be able to see that, right?
That's why I'm saying I'm letting her know like I'm still alive.
Oh, cool, Marquita. Somatic breathing.
Oh, looks like she's from
in
Africa.
class, Game Changer Initiative class. Oh, that's cool. Have you ever done that? Lee,
Sorry, let me hop back on here.
Breathing.
What's that? Oh, you're talking about Apple's thing, or you're talking about Apple's particular? Yeah, I mean, Apple has her own podcast that she does that. That's what her podcast is named. So, are you referring to Apple's, or are you just happen to talk about the same thing that Apple does? So, but yes, I have done it because of Apple. So,
well, I think MQ saying this. I was just wondering if you knew what it was. I've never done it.
No, but you know Apple, right?
Yeah, I didn't know she had a podcast. That's pretty cool.
And it's because it's yoga, and it's actually called that something semi. I can't say the word that, and it's her talking through the breathing and relaxing and stuff. So that's why. Oh, okay. Yeah, Apple. That's kind of. I think that was actually. Let me make sure I'm not saying that wrong. Maybe I'll find out. And Apple's doing something totally different. Let me look at my podcast.
But if I Apple a day. That's what they say. Keeps the doctor away. So follow Apple. I should be promoting her channel. She comes on mine. I would love to support her. I didn't know she had a podcast, so I'll check it out.
Yeah, well, I think she just has some classes on it. I don't think she's done anything new with it type thing.
Oh, okay.
Like, come on.
You'll have to. You'll all have to teach me how to breathe properly.
Oh, I can give you a the nuns I go under. There's actually a really cool free app for starting out for meditation. That's box breathing. We thought it was something stressful, and then did it to bring in peace.
She said we thought of something stressful, like in their mind, they came up with something stressful, I guess, and then
I gotcha.
Peace and blessings. I love that. We all need a little bit of peace. I think our feelings, like our our feelings are very, I don't know what the word is. Like, not that we can lie to ourselves, but I think when we get in a place of gratitude, it can definitely, instead of looking always at the negative, accept it, deal with it, but we can definitely change our, like, as Don says, our frequencies.
Yeah, the man, I'll look it up and put it on there because I don't know how to pronounce any words, but the
you do a lot of meditation too, don't you?
Who?
You.
Yeah, that's the main thing I do at the nuns. That's why I wake up at 4 a.m. It's a
Mhm.
that, and then I do, yeah, as far as that, that's really my bigger focus as far as that. The part of Jainism I focus on, we don't do a lot with like worshiping like the statues or anything. Even the Jains that do that, they're not worshiping a separate God, but we're very non-temple, and our big focus is meditation as far as that being like that, as far as that goes. So yeah, to restart my thing because I want to look up that thing from Apple's now to make sure I'm not saying things wrong. Okay, so there's that.
Exactly, Marikia. She said, change the story. That's right. Adjust the frequency, change it. Oh my God, Carl said, do you know of any of these meditation, breathing, stretching apps that are cheap or free?
Oh, yeah, Carl, I'll give you a legitimate free app that is the our Samani nuns, and it's from India, and it doesn't cost anything, and it'd be nice for me not to be the only white guy on there if you all want to join it. So, and it's really cool as far as but first off, I want to, but also meditation, Apple's is really good. So let me see if I can find that for you. So yes, so SO, let me see. S oh, here, I can't type on the screen. So can you type this?
Mm-hmm.
SOMATIC.
That's what Marakita just posted about too.
Yeah, that's literally why I'm saying that. And then
Yes, please.
then
Tomato.
SOLACE. That is Apple's meditation podcast. It's that type
Oh,
of
got it.
that's what
Okay.
Apple specializes in, and it's really cool. But she has um looks like I don't know 5 or 10 as far as that goes. So only pre-warning is with Apple's meditation. Couple of the first ones is Mookie. You'll see her hear her cat meow in the background. Mookie got jealous type thing. But
Mhm.
if you like Apple's voice, Apple has a very but that was her thing as far as that goes. And
Cool.
but PREK if you want to spell this.
I'm just gonna pull this up real quick. I can't hear you anymore.
Who me?
Oh, there you are. I didn't know if you were talking. I was on a different screen.
Oh,
I'm looking for her channel. So it's SOMATIC SOLACE.
Somatic Solace. Yeah, I have it on Spotify. If you go to her webpage,
Oh, I was looking on YouTube. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay.
no, this is there's no video with it. And here, no, and actually, if you all ever want, the nuns would be willing to do a YouTube thing with actual meditation and explaining all that as far as that goes. Let me do a screenshot here.
Oh, that's not a screen. I was thinking of screen share.
But Apple's is a nice one, especially it. She talks helps you go to sleep and stuff. Where am I at here? No, and one of my videos I want to do is I want to have them on there and talk about their meditation. As far as I was actually supposed to go to India and go to their meditation thing, but because of work and stuff, and up having to spend half my rent money. I mean, it's free for me to go there. I just need to pay for the plane ticket, but that alone's like
Right.
$2,000 as far as that goes.
Wow. To go to India.
Yeah, you lost your connection. But yeah, and the app I'm talking about is totally free. Like I said, it's nonprofit, like because that's part of the thing is they're trying. The big thing is teaching people meditation across the world. And if you want to join it, you can join. There's only like 3 of us in the U.S. type thing. Because
Is it just my sound cutting out, or is it Lee's sound? Can everyone hear him okay? It might be mine because Dawn's logging on to hers right now.
Here we go. Okay, you're moving again. Yes, there's Jane.
Oh, it was me. Okay.
Teraponth is Teraponth is a sect as far as that goes. So, but you don't need to be Jane. Like the meditation, like we're not. It's not a. This is the religion you need to be a part of anything like that. So, but this app is really cool because it also gives you different yoga and stuff for free and things, and has some YouTube like that. I was trying to.
Oh, okay. So it was his. I thought like.
But yeah, if you're interested, like me, hop on because they know me.
I think we lost him again.
Oh, can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
What you just said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So with like this app and stuff, I know they've been talking to like some hospitals have been having them come on that they're teaching them meditation with some doctors and stuff with the help with heart issues and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe next time I'll figure out how to get that off my phone on there type thing. But here, I can do
you want to message me to it and I'll put it up for you. If you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just seeing maybe there's a website. Maybe I don't need to use the app right now. Yeah, here we go. Give me 1 second here.
Meditation over medication, let's say, right? I remember there's a book about vegetation.
Yeah,
I think
you're choppy on my end.
I knew Carl was really big into. I remember you speaking a couple times about meditation, Carl. So it's awesome. I'd like to really get deeper into it myself. All right. Oh yeah.
Let me share.
Carl was saying
Here we go.
Hear you now.
Yeah, this one I think it's a good intro because they have box meditation, which you just start off.
Maybe when you're trying to share.
Yeah, you can just go slowing down, and I might just have too much stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. I think it is when you're trying to pull stuff up. Sometimes the connection didn't like it. I can hear you now typing.
Yeah, I have people trying to talk to me. I'm like, I'm doing a live show now. I can't talk.
Oh, okay. I thought you were checking with us to see if we could hear you.
No. I'm thinking that might also be why I'm freezing up. Is I got too much stuff going on, so I'm trying to limit it. Do that screen share.
Yes,
yeah. So this is one of my kind of complaints about it is they keep putting like white people on there. I'm like, it's ran by you all from India, but they always think it's going to be more as far as that goes. But this is the app as far as that. But it's comes out of Teraponth is the sect of Jainism as far as that goes. And then if y'all download it and stuff, but if you're interested as far as that, like they'd be happy to do like a YouTube and because usually they do everything in Hindi and stuff, but chat about it and stuff like that. But to start out with, you could join different groups, but it's really cool. They have a thing like box meditation and they will it's a good way to start. So, as far as that goes, and it's like you breathe box meditation. It does a whole box type thing. It's type of thing, but basically it'll be like breathe for 5 seconds. Like you inhale, then you hold for 5 seconds and then you exhale for 5 seconds and it makes a whole box. it'll do it for 30 seconds. Like you can do longer setting it up as far as that, but it's a nice little intro to just get you started. Like even doing like 30 seconds of breathing as far as that, because it takes a lot of practice and stuff like that. Also like during the festival, the book I read by the guru, like he talks about like just learning to sit quietly, like even if you can't meditate, you just got to get used to being silent and stuff like that. But I highly recommend this to people. It's totally free, and it's done from people from India that have way more experience than that, and it's a nonprofit type thing. It's not like as far as that goes, and but it has different levels, has different yoga stuff in it, but it's kind of like pretty much, I think it's better than any of the apps you pay for, and it's free because it's just them doing it as far as that goes, but it's nationwide. But in Apple's, I highly, if you have trouble sleeping and stuff, her little podcast is really good. Like she has a very soothing voice. So what was the other meditation that she was? Okay, so Carl, are we still cutting out? Because I didn't notice it was cutting out earlier.
Not now. I don't think, for me it's not right now, but that was about 2 or 3 minutes ago. I think when you were trying to put the up, but he said that 2 minutes ago. I don't know that I was experiencing it 2 minutes ago, so I don't know what's happening.
And what did MQ put up? The PACH Pachama.
Oh yeah,
I recognize that.
Pachamama.org. I might be saying that wrong. That's pretty cool. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were sharing that. Let's see.
Oh, org. I'm at
the okay. You said the sound is perfect now, so good. Oops. Except for y'all heard.
Yeah, I think I had too much stuff going on.
Yeah, you sound fine now. And usually when you share your screen, you're okay. So I think it was just a glitch.
Well, I also had like Amazon, that map open. People text me or send a message on Facebook. So I think I've closed a bunch of stuff out. So.
Tab overload. Yeah, you sound good now. Do you mind if I step away a second? I will run to the bathroom.
Yeah, go for it. So Pachamama. So I'll see if I can actually do that. See if I can bring that up. PACH.org. Well, I'm just going to click on your little thing there. See if that opens up for me. MQ. Let me make sure I spelled it right. Too bad Apple isn't popped on here. She could just give us the... Here, let me see if I can Google it somehow. See, how I found it is I went to her webpage and see her, she's into knitting and stuff. So she has like a something wool. Carl, do you have me on Facebook? Or are you on Facebook? Because if so, I guess say if I don't find it today, I can definitely chase it down for you. Solace. Somatic. Yeah, this is an internet. Okay, here, let me chat with everybody.
Carl said,
yeah, cool. Yeah, definitely find me on Facebook. I'll get you hooked up with that. So yeah, and that other I need to figure out how to do links. So that other meditation app I highly recommend as far as that goes. And if you get on it, I'll see there's like 3 of us in the group, and I'm bad about I'm good about meditating. I'm not good about logging into it type thing. And then the other 2 people never log in type thing. And then there's other groups as far as that goes. But being part of the group's not important. The thing is, it has a lot of like, especially beginning meditation, and different things and yoga and stuff like that. So, but I just like it because it's very legitimate. Like, I mean, not like that. Like, it's not, it's like actually, I mean, that type of meditation goes back hundreds of years type thing. Like, it's basically, this is just now coming to the States from my understanding. Like, this is usually people, from India and stuff like that, but it's made to be very like easy and understand as far as that go.
I've been looking into co-creation opportunities. Marquita. This is similar. Cool.
What type of co-creation are you looking at? See, I would like to, how I talk about, I want to like travel around and do more of the, teaching whole food plant-based cooking. I'd also would like to teach kids about meditation and stuff, which I've been doing meditation like for 20 years. But once I start, stepping into like the Samanis, like these 70-year-old ladies from India, I'm like, I don't know my butt from the hole in the ground. So I'm still studying on them. Like, I probably want to do a few more years to, as far as that. I mean, I probably know as much as most Americans know as far as that goes.
Right.
But I'm usually like, talking to like, like, oh, ancient stuff. I'm like, oh yeah. Like, because even here, like the yoga people, studio here wanted me to teach a meditation class. I'm like, no, I don't feel right. Like, I don't feel like I'm at that level type thing. Like, it's kind of like, I feel like I'm like a high school teacher and they're like NASA type level. So
I heard something the other day on one of these YouTube channels. It was like, in order to teach people I don't know if it was a YouTube channel, but it was like, in order to teach someone something, if they're a 4, you only have to be level 5. You can still always have something to share, I guess is what it was saying. So you don't necessarily have to know everything to help teach someone too. So don't sell yourself short. You might know a lot better than we know about meditation.
No, but my thing is, if I can connect you with someone that knows it, what's the point of me teaching it when they're literally here to teach it? Like,
unless I can't afford their teaching. I'm just playing.
Yeah, no, they're free. Like, I would have to pay. Like, I mean, that's all. That's right. I'm saying this app is totally free. That's the whole thing. I mean, the nuns aren't,
in general,
the only thing they own is clothes. They have to get food given to them. They don't sleep in a bed, as far as that goes. Like, when like they all have a vow of poverty type thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when people talk about, I mean, they're not as far as that goes. So yeah, but yeah, Carl, hey, get in touch with me too. That's what my dial off is also going to be about. It's about praise and compassion. So that's why I want mine to also be focused on people doing happy things like that, as far as that. So, and actually, MQ, I need to get you. I need to start now. I finally got a YouTube channel. It's officially with my name on it, which just happened Friday or Saturday. I need to start doing interviews and stuff like that. So I need to do an interview with you, interview with MQ. So, and Carl, if you're interested in stuff like that, so there's someone on my Facebook I've been chatting with. She's doing a meditation book for kids, which I think is really cool.
That's awesome. I think there's like a big, like definite need. I mean, there may be stuff out there because I don't have kids, but I think there's a need for people to do a lot of things to kind of help kids, how to deal with things. Like sometimes we learn these things later on that we need to meditate and we need to get out, and grounding and things like that. And to teach them early on is really necessary. I think it would help a lot of the issues that maybe we've had to deal with. Vegan, what it means, but in a way that's not, obviously gonna come down on them or their family, but to just share with them what the ethics of it are, what it means, sharing about fruits and vegetables and diet. I think there's a lot of
well, that's what the Food for Life next year, if I able to get it, they're wanting a section broke off just for underprivileged. And I want to see Valerie, I can't remember, I was chatting with, she's like, well, you should try to get into it, because she's like, the other thing is we want people to go to schools to focus on teaching kids whole food plant based. And since I work with kids, so that's why I'm really interested in doing that along with the as far as that. So
true.
Yes, comparison is the thief of joy. Yes. Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm not a big fan of competition. this might be, I'm sure a lot of people will go, but I kind of think sports is a big issue in the United States. I think sports, yeah, it does teach you health and stuff, but I think because we grew up in a very sport centric country, we automatically put ourselves in the mindset of everything's a competition. Like, I think all this competition and like politics and everything, like we're always taught from, basically soccer, football, basketball, like we're so emphasized on sports. I mean, even when I was in band, that's why I got really frustrated because I went to such a small school. When you're in band, you had to be in marching band, pep band, and all that. And then I was super burnt out, and I wanted to really do jazz band because jazz band. And then during the winter, we would do just music, but like even marching band was competition. I just hated it. I was like, I don't want to play the saxophone and just play music. Like that's why I like during the winter, everyone's like, oh, I can't wait till marching band season because you go around and you compete and everything. I'm like, I can't wait till the winter when we're just playing classical, not classical because it's instruments, but playing music as
Right.
far as that. Like I'm very like, not big about I think having people not compete, I think there's a lot of positive in it type thing. Like I think we're always trying to defeat, and like we should only basically be competing with ourselves as far as that goes. So what is that song, Remember Wear Sunscreen? You remember that song?
Mm-mm.
You would know it from because you graduated the same year I graduated, right?
Oh,
What year?
95.
Oh, okay, I'm 98, but right in that time period. Do you remember Romeo and Juliet, the Lars, I can't say his name, it was Romeo and Juliet, but it was Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Oh,
And
yeah. Are
yeah,
you talking about
yeah,
not Titanic,
yeah.
right?
Was she from Titanic? Oh, Leonardo was. Or Leonardo. Man, why can't I say his name?
Leonardo,
DiCaprio.
you said it.
Oh, yes,
Mhm.
from Titanic, as far as that goes. But yeah, but the Boz Larman, he also did what was the musicals? Musical.
Oh, are you the song that got real popular because of the movie, or we're talking two different
Well, that
things?
movie, he did another one. He did a few movies out. What was the other? Nicole Kidman was in it.
While you're thinking of that, I saw this really funny movie when you said Lars. It reminded me. It's called Lars and the Real Girl, and it had
Oh yeah, that's a.
Ryan
I've,
Gosling.
I've watched that movie. Yeah.
It's so
Oh,
funny.
I like that movie. That's probably my favorite movie of his, actually. So, um, Moulin
Oh,
Rouge.
that's. I
Moulin.
was gonna tell that story, but I'm like, that's not my story to tell. I forgot who said it to me. Marakita, you did. She said when I was leading nature
Oh,
walk for 8-year-old kids, they asked me if we could stop to meditate. So somebody's teaching it. That's good.
what? How'd you end up with a walk with 8-year-old kids? Like, do you teach a class like that, or are you just walking through the street and random kids are following you? I'm just kind of
She
that's.
volunteers at a nature center.
Oh, okay. That's what I was looking for. Oh, that's really cool. So, yeah, I really miss working with when I was a youth minister. Like, I really liked working at the camps and stuff. I would do the elementary camps and the middle school camps and just stay,
Oh,
getting them
that's
up and
cool.
stuff and take them hiking and stuff like that. Like, as far
Yeah, you
as
seem like you're really good with kids too.
yeah, I do. I enjoy working with kids in general as far as that goes. So yeah, a lot of life experience was I did one. I had to do. It was inner city kids from Chicago, and we did. It was up in Michigan, freezing type thing. So that was fun. Little white boy being with all the inner city elementary kids, but yeah, we had a good time, stuff like that. So like that. But then I did like different camps and like middle schools. So yeah, I mean, not blow my own horn, but I was a pretty decent youth minister. Like when I started, like it got really big type thing. The kids would come in early for church. So, but I had like ear piercings and stuff like that. I was such a chill, like laid back type thing. And so, like I said, it's the politics and the adults that get in the way type thing. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, and I would love to do stuff like taking kids on nature walks and stuff like that. That would be awesome, and teach them about like animals and stuff. So that's why I like that the Humane Society is when I would not hook people up, but working with families and teaching them, finding the right cat, with the whole family and dogs and stuff, give a new member of their family and stuff. So was really cool. So
That is neat. I bet that would be a cool job.
yeah, it's a wonderful job and a very stressful job, and because you get a lot of nasty people and stuff, and
Really,
it's
in the
funny.
Humane Society.
Well, people think they own dogs and stuff like that, and they don't want to go through the process or want to like think they're gonna break a dog and stuff like that. And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
somewhat chill. I'm sure from my cussing and stuff people see, but I can be. I've had cops called out a few times because people ain't messing with my animals type thing. I'm very very as far as that goes, and like yeah, I mean, I will only adopt people if basically they're going to a better home and stuff. So, but most of the time it's rewarding. That's what I'm saying. Most times rewarding, but then you do see these just dirt bags, just like an everything type thing as far as that.
Hmm.
Like 40 people are good, but yeah, but people are like, what do you care if the dog's outside? It's my dog. I was like, well, no, you're adopting from me and it's not money. And I say where the dog goes. I'm the, we kind of had a saying like we're the protectors. That was my
Yeah,
attitude
that's
like
good.
that.
That's
And,
good.
yeah, I mean it was cool. I mean Father's Day, everyone would bring me gifts because we're at that it was which is funny. Every time we hear JJ, my great friend JJ was our assistant manager. And his mama JJ, mama Ashley, and then Uncle Ryan. As far as that, like
Aw.
Ashley was head as far as that, and then JJ was awesome. Like Jay was that heavy set loud black lesbian woman that didn't take crap from nobody as far as that goes as far as
My
that
alter
so
ego right there.
yeah, what's that?
My alter ego.
Yeah, pretty
Don't turn
much.
me
Yeah,
into her,
yeah,
Ryan. Just
yeah.
kidding.
And then we'd get racist people and stuff. There's a few times I had to get up, and it's funny because I'm such a laid back person. I think people would freak out when I lose my temper because I'm 5'4". But even these big redneck guys, because I think they don't expect it, and and I was like, you might be able to take me, but I'll still walk outside with you, type thing. So there's only a few things that trigger me, but the things that do. So, but in general, though, I really enjoyed like doing the adoptions, finding like great people that came in and got finding that perfect home and stuff. So that's why I like Walking with Petey, that book we're reading. In
Hmm.
the beginning of it, he talks about when he had adopt Petey and the person that hooked him up with the dog. That was part of kind of what I would do. And it just gave me like, oh yeah, that's so cool when you'd find that perfect match. Like you can tell that animal spirit and that person's soul are on the right, like
Yeah, you could tell the.
in life path and stuff, that connection. So, but yeah. So yeah, if you need to get going, I just realized it's 5:30 your time. So we never did get to the
Oh,
movies or anything like that. But real quick, what was the movie you were going to tell me about? You said you saw a good movie.
oh, I just did. It was the Lars movie, but you had already seen it, so I didn't have to tell you about it.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
For those that
Okay.
have never seen it, it's a. I just found it by mistake. It was free on YouTube TV, but um, it totally shocked me. I don't know if I should tell. I'm not going to tell the story because you guys can watch it and discuss it next week.
Well,
Because
it's about Nixon. Yeah, I haven't seen that forever, but yeah, I really like that movie. So
you probably
as
know
far as
what part I'm talking about near the beginning, where it kind of is shocking what's going on. So I don't want to ruin it,
probably,
but
but I saw it when it first came out, so it's been quite a few years. But I watched it a lot because I was kind of going through a lot. I mean, the movie's really about mental illness and stuff like
yeah, it
that.
was
And
very
dealing with that.
symbolic to me for a lot of reasons too.
Yeah,
So.
like that. See, those are the type of movies. Like I'd say, like a lot of horror movies. That was probably that year. I would say that was one of the best movies that came out. So,
I can't believe I
yeah,
had
I'd
never
be
seen it or heard of it, and neither had Dawn. And Dawn's like, she knows, I think, almost every movie there is. Like, you and her could probably talk about movies and
probably.
have
I'm
me.
pretty deep into movies. I really like independent stuff. Like this, I'm kind of a person of when I'm into something, I'm really into it. So like, there's a lot of stuff I don't know, and the things I know into. But movies, I'm very passionate about. So yeah. But well, MQ has to go too, so we might as well. Anything else you want to talk about before we head out?
Just thank you, everyone for coming. Thank you, Apple, Carl. We've got, I don't, Apple was here earlier, I think,
Was she?
briefly.
I never saw her.
Maybe I saw her on Kathy's and you were talking about her, so I just have Apple in the brain.
Yeah, she's on
Thank
Kathy's, and we've been talking about
you.
her for a podcast. So
Thank you for joining.
yeah,
Carl, thank you for being here. And Philip, thank you for coming. Everyone, I think Sarah, thank you for joining in. And we appreciate all the conversation. We're so grateful for everybody that watches. And this is like episode 3, I think, right? 2?
yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah. And as I say, I'll reach out to Apple and get the official website to hook up with that podcast and stuff next time we get on here. So,
and subscribe to this channel if you're new here. Leave us a comment. Subscribe to Lee's channels. And I was going to say, definitely anything we talk about, leave a comment if you're catching the replay, and we'll try to answer you if it's a question or if it's you want to comment on, like, let us know about your pets. You have cats, dogs, whatever we talked about. I remember we
and if
talked
you've
about a lot of
seen
stuff today.
Lars and the Real Girl, I'd be curious. That's something I'd like. Next time we need to chat about that because
we'll do the episode. I think that's important.
But yeah, throw in the comments if you've seen Lars and the Real Girl, and if you haven't, check it out before next week. As far as that goes, I give it 2 thumbs up. Like, I think it's a great movie. So, all right, Carl. Well, thanks for.
I learned a lot today. I learned Canada stretches across the whole United States. I learned about a new juice milk maker. I'm like, rebounder. Everything has been good. So thank you all for joining. Thanks, Lee.
Go ahead. Bye.
Bye-bye.